Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface with the very final single player scenario here on the PTR for patch 5.2 on the Isle of the Thunder King. Stage 5 has now been completed and our assault on the Throne of Thunder has led us to the courtyard door. Now, if you follow my videos, you've already seen the courtyard because it's where I did the video where we killed the second of the two world bosses, Nalak, which was very, very easy indeed. And Nalak makes another appearance in this video, but I'm not going to say anything more apart from that. You can follow the storyline as we go along. The first things first, though, we've got Verisa and Jaina. We're here just outside the courtyard door. That's up the stairs and to the right, but there's a little problem because over the other side, because if you've seen my videos on the Isle of the Thunder King, this area that we're in now, up the staircase, basically leads to a crossroads. You can go left, you can go straight on, you can go right, and straight across we have the Horde. So we've now got the Shado Pan Assault at the gate of the courtyard. We've got Shambo, who's basically the Thunder King's lieutenant, even though he has a name that makes him sound like a My Little Pony. But apparently Shambo is very threatening in Mogu. And then we've also got the Horde. So all manner of stuff is potentially going to kick off in this video. So first things first, we've got a bunch of trolls coming out. Not just, you know, internet trolls. Actually, genuinely Zandalari trolls coming out to fight. And I've got to kill X amount of them, which means encroaching over to the Horde side, because I'm Alliance, and fighting the ones that are attacking Lorthamar Theron. Yeah, I'm actually helping, to a degree, the Horde. Of course, if you are Horde, and I have done this scenario as a Horde character, I also did it on my little rogue for something else, which I'm not going to go into quite yet, because that video is incomplete. But you actually help out Jaina, because my little rogue is actually a member of the Horde. So it's very easy to do. They also drop loot, which is quite cool. And of course, all these Zandalari trolls are sporting the new troll model, which, contrary to other people's belief, I still think will become the new troll model come the next expansion when they release all the new character models. That is going to be probably one of the big features announced at BlizzCon this year. Spoiler alert, yeah, like we didn't even know that. But Blizzard have also said some very interesting things as regards to the state of play of scenarios. Now, firstly, these single player scenarios that you've seen me do on the Isle of the Thunder King are going to be single playthrough only. They are not going to be repeatable, which I find an awful shame, because my own personal feeling was that when you'd completed all of them, they were going to be added to your scenario tab as a 3-person scenario. I thought you were actually going to team up with 2 other people. They're going to keep it as that, and you could do them and get your rewards at the end, yada, 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 yada. But no, they have said these storyline scenarios, these single-player scenarios, are single playthrough only. Once they're done, so enjoy them while you can. I'd like to know in the comments below what you think about that. Blizzard have also said that they're going to put better gear inside of the scenario reward bags that you get upon completion. Now, when they say better gear, I'm hoping they don't just mean an increase in the item level of the gear itself, because I'm somebody that's fallen foul of this RNG stat-based item drop that you get from the bags. Recently, I got my Hunter to level 90. After I did the videos for the PvP sets and the PvE sets for patch 5.2, I had to, because the Hunter sets on both look absolutely astounding. But I went into the A Little Patience scenario as we begin the final confrontation with Shambo. First of all, we're just taking care of some ads, and also you can see Nalak is hovering above him, not quite looking as he does at the moment. He seems to be a Onyx Sky Serpent there, but of course he's an Azure Sky Serpent on the live servers as we speak. Aha. But, as I was saying as well, I was in a little patience, the Lion's Landing scenario that you get for Alliance only, and upon completion, I got my reward bag, I opened up inside, and in it was a 4.63 crossbow, which I thought fantastic, because the crossbow that I was currently using was item level 437, I think it was. So I thought this is an astounding upgrade for me. But because the stats are RNG based, it didn't have a scrap of agility on it. It was just mastery and an absolute bucket load of stamina. So if I equip the weapon, it actually reduced my damage by 3,000. It was obscene. So I was thinking, how on earth can a weapon that's nearly 30 item levels above my current weapon do 3,000 less damage? And that's all because of RNG based stats. So Blizzard, come on, get rid of that nonsense, put some specific gear in these reward bags, and I think we'll be a lot happier. Have you fallen foul to the RNG stats from items dropping in scenarios? I'd be very interested as well to hear if you have, or whether or not it's just me. Why did I go right and walk all the way through that lightning thing on the floor, as opposed to just going left and taking 2 steps out of it? I don't know. Anywho, Shambo is virtually dead. The poor guy is going to drop. Shambo and Taranzu fighting each other. They could be a double act, couldn't they? Yeah, the Boo twins. And he just dropped a little bit of gold. Nothing major apart from that. But Taranzu seems to be a little bit hunched over as he's making his way back to the Horde and the Alliance. And you can see droplets of blood are coming from him. And that's because he's been gravely wounded during this encounter. When he stands still, these pools of blood start to form around him as well. But what Tao Shi's saying, and of course Tao Shi we've come across on many occasions, she's also the lady that's inside the Shows of the Thunder King scenario. The Horde and the Alliance, now that Shambu's been defeated, are going at it. And Taranzu is going to act as a very aggressive, but probably necessary, peacemaker. Now, another thing that's going to happen to scenarios, and this is in the future, this is by Blizzard for what's going to come up in patch 5.3, is they will add challenges to scenarios. And if you complete the challenges, then you will actually get bonus rewards. What these bonus rewards are going to be as yet is yet to be seen. But I like that idea of a more challenging element to scenarios. And I would prefer, but I don't think it's going to happen, I would prefer if Blizzard decided to continue along the solo scenario line, because I just think there's too many flaws with the 3-person ones. Oh! As Taranzu decides to get very aggressive with both the Horde and the Alliance. Yes, it's all kicking off between Jaina and Lothram Artheron. If I'm going to fill in a couple of bits of storyline here, they're not only at loggerheads because the Horde and Alliance, they're at loggerheads because Jaina feels very betrayed by the Sun Reavers, is it? Sun Reavers in Dalaran. She feels as if the Horde betrayed them there, and of course Lothram Artheron has taken over the Sun Reavers, has taken them under his wing, so to speak. Verisa, who's Jaina's second in command here on the Isle of the Thunder King, was married to Ronin, who was the leader of the Kirin Tor, who was killed in the Tides of War. Which, unless you've read the book, none of us would have known, because Blizzard are very reluctant to put elements of that kind of storyline in the game itself, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I know they're trying to monopolise as much money as possible from the franchise, but come on, if we're playing the game, at least keep us privy to the storyline that's going on. And if you go to Dalaran now, he will still be alive, and that's because Blizzard say when you go to Dalaran, when you go to Northrend, you're actually going back in time. You're not going to current time because of the storyline where people are still levelling with the Lich King and so on. So Ronin is actually still alive, and that's why Verisa is still there as well. And also that the Sun Reavers and the Silver Covenant are not at loggerheads with each other. So after a few choice words, they both decide to call it quits for today. But if you're on a PvP server, we all know that the Isle of the Thunder King is going to become an absolute battleground, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out. Now, Tao Shi is going to stick Taranzu on a mount and drag him away to get his wounds tended to. Don't fret, the chap doesn't die. I've still got a sneaky suspicion that Taranzu is going to have something to do with the very final Shah, the 7th Shah, which hasn't been introduced into the game yet and will probably be introduced after the assault on Orgrimmar or during the assault on Orgrimmar. But I just got a feeling there's more to Taranzu than meets the eye. Believe me, it's nothing more than a feeling in my waters. So I'm going to take the portal back to base, complete the quest. I'd like to know your thoughts on these single player scenarios, especially the fact that they're single playthrough only. Do you prefer single player scenarios from what you've seen, or do you still prefer 3-person scenarios? I'd like to know points of view from both sides of the fence. But more importantly, for me anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. So please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, and also do please like my Facebook, and I shall be back with some more stuff over the weekend. So you have a cracking one. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.